What's up, everyone? All right, so today is the 36th trading day of the year, and I'm up $3,600. 3636, my lucky number today. So I'm happy with that. Overall, a green day. I didn't come in trying to make back all of yesterday's loss. I just wanted to finish the day green. But on days where I really want to be green, I focus on only trading the best quality setups. And as a result, my performance is usually better. I got off to a really good start this morning, building a cushion on FTNW, I think that was the symbol, and this was up 200% pre-market, so jumped into that, immediately had a $2,000 cushion on the day, and that gave me the confidence to go ahead and take trade 2, 3, 4, and 5, and added, a little bit more profit. So green day, happy about that. Try to do it again tomorrow and Thursday. Finish up February with 2 more green days. As usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below. Give me a shout out of what you trade today, how it worked. If you watch the watch list on the pre-market stream that I do every morning, hopefully you're able to trade FTNW because it was right off the watch list. All right, see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap, go over the trades from this morning. Today's going to be a green day, which is good. Up $4,091 in my IRA account, so bouncing back after the red day yesterday. And then down $442 in my main account at Lightspeed. So up $3,600, which is good. Made back the money I lost yesterday. Although the goal today was not to try to make back yesterday's loss. The goal was just to have a green day, but we ended up seeing some really great opportunities right out of the gates. So the first one was FTNW. This stock was actually gapping up 200% this morning, which is a huge gap. So we'll go time frame historical 9:25 a.m. and you'll see it at the top of the scan right here. So this is an obvious setup. It's an obvious gapper, and it ended up being a big mover. So I'm gonna switch this time frame here to 1 minute. Go like this and like this. This shows you that really clean setup. So pre-market, it was moving up and then pulling back right here through this area. The bell rings and it squeezes from $3.50 up to $4.50. I was actually, I was tempted to be a little aggressive. I thought a dip out of the gates was likely, and as it dipped down, I had my hand on the buy button to start buying down here around 315, 320, and I was like, you know what? Don't do that. You were red yesterday. Buying a dip like this is a little more aggressive because it could just flush right through $3 and go back to 285 or lower. So I was like, hold up, wait on it. Next thing I know, it rips back up to 360, 370, 380, 390, $4, all the way up to 450. So I jumped in for the break. Well, you can see right here, my first entry was at 340, and then adding at 57, 86, 89, 97, stepping up to the plate, but it wasn't the biggest break of 4. I felt like I was in a little heavy, sold some at 406, 399, and then added back at 310, 313, selling at 324, 26, 27. So, overall, I did well on it, $2,121, and, that was a great start to the day. So this is the type of thing where I wasn't setting the intention today that I was going to hit a home run. However, I, of course, was watching the scanners. We saw this good opportunity. It was a pretty easy, low-risk setup. So I took the trade, made the money, hit my goal, and, boom. Just like that, I ended up recovering almost all of yesterday's loss in one trade, which is, always nice to do. So that was FTNW. That was our leading gapper. Now, there were a couple other gappers on the scans. TLRA, you can see I made 600 on that. EVER right here, I made 1,300 on that one. So for the most part today, I was trading off the scanners, and that worked out pretty well. I took trading off the gap scanners. I took one trade off the high day momentum scanner, which was READ, and I ended up shorting it. Now this one I took in my my main account. You can't short in an IRA account. So I took this one in my main account, and I got short. So let me just log in here. I got short on this right at $3, thinking it was hitting $3 resistance. Well, it ended up squeezing all the way up to $3.25. I'm still holding it, and then when it came back down to $3, it bounced off $3, popped up to $3.10, dropped back down to $3, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out of this. Whatever. I'm gonna take a small loss on it. I just held it down 25 cents. And remember, this is where I've got to change my focus from trying to get a big winner to trying to just do damage control. So switch gears to damage control. Losing $390 is certainly not bad versus being down 2,000 or 2,300 or 400 on it, which is what I was at the top of the pop. And I didn't want to add more to it. You know, I don't want to average down. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just get out of this thing. I was a little early on the timing. It did end up pulling back all the way to 76. So, you know, I just got in a little too early, and that's one of the things that can be really challenging. You can have the right idea, but if you've got the wrong entry point, it's going to really mess up your risk profile, and it's going to make you feel like, you're kind of like behind the ball. You're just not really in the right place to be aggressive, and it can really mess you up. So, anyways, that one was not super impressive, and I tried to take a trade on EVER in this account. And lost $50 on it, so whatever, that's not a big deal. EVER, is interesting here. You can see how it's doing this consolidation, through this area. The problem is the two highest volume bars of the day are both on red candles, which is really disappointing. Just not seeing really like clean momentum on it. It just sort of seemed like a stock that was. I don't know, just a little bit sluggish. We can watch it here on this level too. So 15,000 share seller here. It'd pop up and then drop down. Pop up and drop down. And, that type of action is, pretty difficult to trade through. So anyways, EVER, my first entry was right here. Actually was in at 736. This was a opening range breakout. Jumped into that, squeezed up, didn't hold those levels. Stopped out as it came back down. I got back in right here, actually on this red candle, and stopped out as it came back down. So, small scalps. I made a little bit of money on it, but it really wasn't an easy one to trade, so kind of disappointed there. And then TLRA, this one I jumped into off the scans. It was gapping up pre-market 450, squeezed up to a high of 550. But again, didn't really hold those levels. So kind of small winners today, a couple base hits, no home runs, but when you get 3 good base hits, well, that can be $4,000, which is awesome. So I'm certainly happy with that. And we can take a look here at how some of you guys are doing in the sim today, students that are trading in the sim. A couple of the biggest winners here. Now, we don't put restrictions on your sim account, so you're perfectly able to trade with big size. So this student took a really big position on SKYS. All right, let's see. This one, CIFS. Okay. This one, FTNW. Nice, $12,000. Good job. All right, here's another student, EVER, CIFS. So these ones must be trades from yesterday. We were trading CIFS yesterday, and they must be holding it to the short side. That would be my guess. Let's look at a couple others. These ones are all closed up. CIFS, nice, good job. A bunch of you guys took trades on that. FTNW, so 8,200 realized, but 5,000 unrealized, and a pretty big position to the short side. So we'll see what happens on that one. This student has a pretty big unrealized loss. Well, yeah, Zizan. Not sure what that one's about. Let's see, this one. FTNW, EVER. Very nice. Consistent. Really solid. So that's nice to see. That's a good one. Mr. or Mrs. 319410. Not to call you out too much. FUV, big loss on that one. Still holding 30,000 shares. You can't hold these. You got to let them go if it's not working. FTNW, profit. TLRA, small profit. ANFI, and EVER. So overall, that's a great day. One stock that was really strong, and that certainly makes up the difference. $143,000 unrealized loss. That's a little concerning. WORX holding 141,000 share position. So, again, it's your choice to trade it like real money, or if you want to just kind of play around, that's okay too. You can do whatever you want, really. So these are all students trading in the sim today, which is great. You can sort by unrealized P&L, biggest unrealized winner, biggest unrealized loser. So these are open positions that are currently being held. People that are red, people that are green. So we can look at a couple of people that are red here. Let's see, 72,000. FTNW, the quantity bought and sold, this is obviously crazy to be trading 2 million shares. So, this is over trading, no doubt about it. But in the context of practicing, the more time you spend sitting, watching the charts, trading these stocks, the better you'll get. You just at a certain point have to tighten it up and kind of change your strategy from being super aggressive and trading everything to trading the stuff that's actually good quality stocks. So these are students that are probably within a few weeks of going live if they have this type of consistency for I'd say 14 days, maybe 3 weeks. That's the time to flip the switch and go live. So we'll check in on students again tomorrow. But anyways, HYRE, sure, I can look at this. Any questions on the sim you guys can ask in either off topic, or students can email the support team. GE, I wouldn't be able to say exactly what happened on that one. This isn't one that I trade, so I couldn't really say for sure. FTNW, let's take another look at it. So right below VWAP here, consolidating under the VWAP, if it broke over 33 right here, that's a spot where I would typically be a buyer. Having said that, it has 19 million shares of volume. It's going to be a little on the crowded side. It might not be the cleanest. It might be a little more difficult, so just be careful on that one. SXTC, this one was starting to open up a little bit on the daily chart. You can see it's a former runner, history of making big moves, starting to move higher here, but not enough volume for me, so no trades on it just yet. Okay, so anyways, that's it for me. Those of you guys watching on YouTube or Facebook, give me a shout out of what you guys traded today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Come back and answer them this afternoon. And everyone else, I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Kind of back in the driver's seat here, down 2,500 yesterday, plus 3,600 today. So, it puts me up 1,100 on the week. 2 days left in the month. Back at all-time highs for the month of February, which is great. So up about $81,000. I've got about $28,000 between me and the $1 million mark in this challenge to take $583 and turn it into $1 million. So that's exciting, but it's not going to happen here in February as I hoped it would. It'll probably be sometime in March, but that's okay. So today is the 36th day of the year, and I've been averaging $3,794.22 per day. Now, in order for me to hit my my $500,000 goal, let's see. So what I've done here, this is kind of interesting. I'm up 136,000 on the year right now, and that's in 36 trading days. I figure there are 194 trading days left in the year, 194 days. Total days for 2019, 230. Now, I say that because in 2018, I had 236 trading days, and that included some vacation days and stuff like that. So last year I averaged $2,117 per day. So if I take the 194 days that are left in the year and I multiply them by last year's average, that would give me $399,000 in profit, which means my projected 2019 profits right now are looking at $535,000. So tracking a little above the $500,000 goal, which is great. I'd like to get a little bit of a cushion here early in the year, and then if things do slow down, I can afford it. Now, in order for me to just hit $500,000, I only need to average $1,873 per day for the rest of the year. And since I've been averaging $3,700, certainly it would seem that should not be difficult. And of course, if I continue to average $3,700 a day, let's see, $3,700 a day times 194 days, well, that would be $717,000 plus the $136,000 I already have. I'd be tracking for $850,000 on the year, but I don't want to set the expectation that I'm going to be able to maintain this $3,700 a day average, since that's almost 100% higher than last year. I think it's just the nature of, January and February are usually really strong months. My averages are a little higher, but I know there will be months where things slow down. So, so it's kind of interesting, to kind of look at those statistics, look at those numbers, and get a sense of where you're at for the year. Everyone sets goals, and it's nice to know if you're ahead of the goal, behind the goal, what you need to do to, meet that goal. So anyways, that's it for me. I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you in the morning on YouTube for our pre-market analysis. All right, see you guys tomorrow. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.